The View really break this down just so well, and you know, so yeah, I mean, The View is just so good, you know, and I think it's part two. It's part one. Let's see. Let's see what these women have to say, because maybe they're gonna bring some truth to this world. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta from CNN. He made an
Joy Behar just turned to a fucking cunt. She used to be kind of fun, but now she's just, God, she's annoying now. Like, she's a legit a what's the word, a Karen kind of shit. Is my homegirl Anna, what's her name, Anna something, the Hispanic chick on this? Is she on this? 'Cause I love her. She's awesome.
from CNN. He made an effort to speak directly to people who are still too thick-headed to listen to science and get the damn shot. What did he do? He sat down with...
That joke didn't land.
What did he...
Oh, God, I love that. Let's watch it again.
To science and get the damn shot. What did he do? He sat down with one of the most outspoken and popular, unfortunately, vaccine skeptics, Joe Rogan. Watch.
I still think it'd be better not to get the virus.
I mean, of course, it's always better to not get whatever sickness. What the fuck kind of statement is that? I think it's better to not get AIDS. I mean, the fuck? Anyways, let's where my girl's at.
I still think it'd be better not to get the virus.
I think it'd be better to get the virus and recover and have amazing immunity to it.
What, like,
wouldn't it be?
Well, you could get sick, though.
You know what I think you should do? I think you should get vaccinated and then get sick.
What?
This is why. Because then you got...
See how he has he's genuinely smart. He's making a joke. And the Gupta guy laughed himself. But, I mean, let's see how these women just break it down just so well.
This is why.
Will there be a voice of reason on this show? I don't know. But let's check it out.
Because then you got the vaccine protects you from a bad infection, and then you get COVID, so then you get the robust immunity that's imparted from having the actual disease itself.
So for you...
That's actually a pretty fun point that he brings up. You know? Like, wouldn't that be, like, the super thing to, like, fight off? So you get, like, the vaccine and you fight it off. So you're, like, double safe or triple or whatever the fuck. But whatever.
Actual disease.
He's obviously joking.
Disease itself.
Or maybe he's not, like CNN panelist said.
So for you, Joe Rogan.
Yes.
I would say you've had it.
Yes.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Yes, let's listen to a radio talk show host.
Do you think they play out the rest of that clip? Because he had pretty good reason to. But let's just listen to Joy. I mean, she's just so great.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Yes, let's listen to a radio talk show host instead of a scientist and a doctor. So, clearly, Dr. Gupta did not...
Oh, my God. Her jokes are not fucking landing.
Clearly, Dr. Gupta did not change Joe Rogan's mind. So,
but you know what?
Do you think an interview like that, where he goes on his turf and speaks to Rogan's constituency, do you think that would work?
I don't know, Joy, but he's got 200 million listeners a month.
What?
So, yes,
he does.
He's the #1 rated podcast on
God.
Spotify.
Yes.
And so even if it's...
You could just sense the jealousy when she said that. Like, what?
Yes,
he does.
He's the #1 rated podcast on
God.
Spotify.
Yes.
And so even if it's 0.001 that Sanjay was able to change the mind of, it's a significant number. And I give them both kudos, because a lot of times I feel people go to outlets where they don't agree to pick fights and become clickbait.
You know what? She's actually not bad in this. So far. Because she's something, man. This Anna chick. Anna Sanchez? What's her name? Fuck. Whatever.
I think people come to this show to pick fights with us and then sell more books or sell...
It's not necessarily a picking fights thing. It's just establishing your point of view. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like everyone likes to view everything as a debate, as a, versus thing, but sometimes it's just, I like this, I don't like this, we talk, and we have a good time. Anyways, let's keep going.
More, get more viewers. They had a very civil conversation that lasted 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I think it was very honest. And I think it's important to get insight onto what some of these people that we disagree with on the vaxxers are thinking and why they are.
He's so arrogant. This is what it is. Shut up.
But no.
Way to really shit on her point there. I mean, look, man. Again, Anna was actually kind of sort of the voice of reason there. Kinda, and Joy just has to cunt it up.
So arrogant. This is what it is. Shut up.
But no. To your point, Anna, Joe, I know Joe Rogan because we did stand up together.
You know him?
Yes, I know Joe.
Oh, he's a
very
comedian?
well. Yeah, he's a comic. He's a stand.
Oh God, that fucking face of her. What was her name? Not her, the other chick. Just this.
Yes, I know Joe.
Oh, he's a
very
comedian?
well. Yeah, he's a comic.
Oh God. Someone's like married to that. Oh man.
He's a stand-up comic. Yeah, and to your
So
point.
we're not supposed to take him seriously.
No, not. He's a very smart man, and 200 million listeners. There's a lot of people who.
God, people like this really don't like comedians. It's fun. It's weird when people have this notion that comedians aren't smart. I kind of think the other way around. I think to be funny, you have to sort of be quick in your head, and to be quick, with how you think. That it's very hard to do, to be comedic and to be funny. It takes a certain level of genius to kind of be really funny. Just because, you're going based on silly premises here, it doesn't mean, just because you're not like quoting Plato all the fucking time doesn't mean that you're not smart. But anyways, let's keep going.
feel the way that Joe Rogan.
Oh, let's go back.
A lot of people who feel the way that Joe Rogan does.
So
And
we
I
are
lo-
supposed to take him
I- no,
seriously
well,
in his
if you don't agree,
anti-vax stand?
well, that's why you listen to him and Sanjay, because they had a very respectful
Wait a second, just
discourse.
because
God, I don't know whoever this woman's name is. Just I believe it or not, I don't watch The View, but man, dude, I think she's kind of taken the crown from Anna. I mean, at least in this clip, because damn, dude, what a bitch.
he's a comedian doesn't mean you don't take him seriously.
But I'm wondering if he's joking about his
No,
stance.
he's
I
not
don't think
joking at
so,
all.
no.
No, he's not joking on his podcast. He's very serious. And I love that Sanjay Gupta went on there, because if you don't go on there and just talk to somebody you disagree with, then we would never have any kind
See,
of discourse.
I
We
don't have
conversations. We don't have a
I
conversation.
don't think it's about, Sanjay said he went there to understand his thinking.
Right.
Yes.
I love Sanjay. We work together. We used to do these medical legal segments on CNN. Sanjay is a brilliant man. I'm not so interested in understanding the Trump mind. I'm not so interested in understanding the anti-vax mind.
She sounds so wonderful, this woman. Oh my God, so nice and just so inviting, this woman, I swear. So undivisive, so uniting. Sunny Hostin.
Sanjay said he went there to understand his thinking.
Right.
Yes.
I love Sanjay. We work together. We used to do these medical legal segments on CNN.
There's a part 2, so we're gonna check the part 2 after this, because this is good stuff,
Sanjay is a brilliant man. I'm not so.
But see, this is why I can't stand. It's like the need to clump people up like this, and this is why I would have to say this is a problem with the left. What did Trump have to do with this? They just... Oh my God. But she's great. This woman, I tell you.
So interested in understanding the Trump mind.
But why not? I mean, as a talk show host, like, that is kind of your job, to talk and understand people and give your viewers an understanding of these things. Like, why the fuck would you not want to understand these things? And, you know, oh my god, dude. How do you expect any kind of unity when you have this attitude? You just...
I'm not so interested in understanding the anti-vax mind because I'm not interested in understanding crazy.
But
I don't think
I mean, I'm not even...
you can make sense of crazy.
Fuck yeah, I want to see part 2.
Going on vaccine skeptic Joe Rogan's podcast. You know, Joe Rogan, now I understand he has 200 million listeners.
Yeah.
And there are people who want to go after him for it, and Howard Stern is one of them. And Howard Stern probably has a similar audience to Joe Rogan,
Yes.
maybe. And I just want to read you what Howard Stern said to him. Quote, "We have no time for idiots in this country anymore. We don't want you. We want you to all either go to the hospital and stay home, die there with your COVID. Don't..."
See, it's shit like this that makes me feel that, like, that they want a mandate, and yeah, man, like, I don't know.
Take the cure, but don't clog up our hospitals with your COVID when you finally get it.
But I have to ask, like, these people, you know what I mean? Do you think that, like, 100% of the earth, even animals for fuck's sake, get the vaccine, that it'll just disappear or something? Like, it's not gonna work like that. Holy fuck. We probably are just gonna have to kind of live with it. Anyway, that's just people.
That is a very, very
well,
harsh statement from Howard Stern, directed at Joe Rogan.
But then I don't think by saying you're an idiot is going to change a person's mind. That's why I love
Sanjay didn't even change his mind.
But you're not going to change your mind. You're not trying to.
Sanjay didn't really change anyone's mind. It's just, you know, they just had a good conversation. Like, it's okay. It's not about changing people's minds. It's just about to understand them, I guess. And yeah, like that's fine to do. And this woman, dude, I swear.
His mind.
But you're not going to change your mind. You're not trying to change Joe's mind. But out of 200 million people that are listening, there might be a mind change. And Sanjay respected.
What should she have said?
He respected Joe enough to actually go on there.
I'm not really sure if he would have changed anybody's mind. I mean, he kind of looked pretty, I wouldn't say bad, but I mean, the thing that I mostly care about the conversation was him getting into CNN lying. That was the most important thing. Yeah, I mean, that's a very valid thing. That's a problem when you have an outlet lie in such a negative, such a overt way. I mean, I doubt they're going to push on this, because that concept of a mainstream outlet that these guys most likely suck the dick of, I don't think they're going to ever, like, the concept of introspection is not going to happen with these people.
Respected Joe enough to actually go on there.
No, I'm going to jump in here. I think we need to have more conversations, not less. We right now run to our own echo chambers, and we would rather have applause from preaching to our own choirs than actually moving the needle at all. I think this was so important to go on there, not to convince Joe Rogan, and not to have the intention of convincing anyone else. Provide the facts. Answer with science. Let people make up their own minds. That's the problem in this day and age. We're telling people how to feel. They will feel what they want. Give them enough.
I bet you they're gonna push back on what they're saying. I mean, it's a fair point that she's making, you know. But let's see if I think Sonny Histon's gonna have a fit about this.
They will feel what they want. Give.
Look at that face.
Give them enough information that they make that decision and win on merit. Dr. Gupta did something very interesting. When he got there, he pointed out that Rogan sells masks on his site, even though he wasn't a big mask. And he gave it to him as a gift during the interview. And then he also brought up to him during the interview, when I got here, there was a rapid test done to me. And then they also pricked my finger for the presence of antibodies.
So he's a hypocrite on top of
it. And Dr. Gupta...
I think he probably would have did that on Sanjay's part, but...
Dr. Gupta showed up and said, by the way, to all you listeners, I just am providing facts. He didn't bring emotion.
Sanjay is a very, I think Sanjay is a very effective spokesperson because he's not as politicized and demonized as some of the CDC, NIH doctors have been, right? So I think listen, Sanjay Gupta is not just a TV doctor. Sanjay Gupta is a real doctor at Emory University doing neurosurgery.
But the other thing about Joe Rogan, if you look at his, yes, he has all of these listeners. That's so wonderful. But some of the stuff that he has said, he's transphobic.
Here we go. Yeah. Again, this is just going to be a he's a bad person kind of angle. Let's give her a better still. Okay. Yeah, but now they're just working that he's a bad guy because he has this history of things that I never really took the time to really listen to his context. But I've heard that he's bad. But okay, let's go.
The thing about Joe Rogan, if you look at his, yes, he has all of these listeners. That's so wonderful. But some of the stuff that he has said, he's transphobic. He's Islamophobic. He has said racist things. I mean, another one with the trifecta of bigotry. And these people...
Another one of the what?
Racist things. I mean, another one with the trifecta of bigotry. And these are...
Do you have examples of this? Do you? I mean, I doubt that she... I really doubt that she has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. I think she's just heard these things and is just using that to define Rogan as wrong, you know?
And these people continue to listen to him. He has advised young people, if you're young...
I mean, like with the transphobic thing, like, is it the UFC thing that he talked about? Okay, let's the UFC thing that he talked about with the Fallon Fox, because it was fair points what he was making there. He had Abigail Schreier on. Abigail Schreier did the book. I think it's fuck. What is it? What's it called? I think like something damage. Abigail. Irreversible damage, yeah. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, she, again, a respectable conversation, but again, just...
bigotry. And these people continue to listen to him. He has advised young people, if you're young and you're healthy, don't take the vaccine.
What's wrong with that?
I think if you are still listening to him, knowing his history...
Again, you can sense that jealousy coming in that face.
Listening to him, knowing his history, I'm not interested in reaching out to you.
See, again, like, these are the people. That attitude is what causes division. You know what I mean? Like, do you want people to just bow down to your opinions or some shit? People come to different conclusions. That's fine. Oh, fuck, man.
I might be crazy, and they might be, you might want to call them crazy. You might.
But, like, the conversation, it wasn't, like, he didn't sound great. Like, his reasoning is very fair. Why are you just throwing out the word crazy? Like, his exchange, and Sanjay Gupta agreed with a lot of what he said. You know, with the clip that CNN cut out, this part, what is it? This little exchange, he agreed with them.
Immunity than I would.
Shot of the vaccine.
No.
Why not?
Because I have better immunity than I would if I was vaccinated. Right?
Yes,
Don't I?
I think your immunity is really good.
So why?
He agreed. Fuck.
They might be, you know, you might want to call them crazy, you might want to call them stupid, you might want to call them idiots. Here's the problem. That idiot might be your shoe salesman. That idiot might be your cashier.
Also, though, when people talk like this, do they not realize, like, how utterly and completely, like, elitist they sound? I mean, I think that's sort of what she's kind of driving at. The surprise. Oh, my God. What a lovely person this Sunny Histon is. She's great.
That idiot might be your shoe salesman. That idiot might be your cashier at the Publix.
And what about it?
You're getting exposed
we want
to that.
them to
You're getting
change their mind
exposed to that person
Exactly.
who you think is crazy
Well, so
or
when
idiotic.
Sherry says you don't call, what would you like him to say in 5 seconds?
What would I like Sanjay to say?
What would you like him to say? You say, don't call people idiots.
Because
What
I
should
don't
we
want
do?
anybody calling me an idiot for what I believe in.
Yeah.
You were going to change my mind when you have a respectful discourse because I want to make my own decisions. There are people that still listen to Joe that still are, they're wavering. And because Sanjay...
More people that listen than watch this show, probably. Maybe. I don't know. How many views does this have? I got that like to dislike. Wow.
went on there and said things about
Rogan for the win on that one.
about the mask and about the pricking the finger, they might go,
Right.
oh, if I can change one heart, another heart can change another heart.
I
I'm
hope
saying
you're
it's-
right.
But Rogan's... They frame it as that, like, Rogan is against everyone taking the vaccine and that, like... I think it was in the CNN clip, like, he's, you know, people that need it, you know, older people, you know, people overweight, whatever, they should probably take it. But, you know, like, it's this way to, like, kind of characterize him and lump him up with some crazy identity that, like, it makes, like, it's the only thing that these people have to, like, go after. It's not the rationality point. It's not, like, the reason. It's just the, you know, equate this person with crazy and fuck him, you know. People are lovely.
And a little great.
I hope you're right.
Amen,
Not an idiot.
Sheriff
And yes.
Shepard.
Okay, let's see what the comments say. Ooh, this is a fan. Is it? As a woman, as a young woman, I find the women of the View to have deeply inspired and motivated me with a near perfect example of what not to be. If I'm lucky and I work hard, I hope someday not to end up like the bitter old woman they are. Ah, wait. I don't like that one. Again, see? He's not a hypocrite. He's never denounced COVID. He's always taking precautions. He's not skeptic. He feels people should have the freedom to choose. Is there any, like, people... wait, someone mentioned Howard Stern. But yeah, that's... Man. First time I've watched a View clip in quite some time, and that was... fucking brutal. Holy fuck. Let's see. Man. Anyways, let's, I think I've had enough of this. But anyways, so it turns out that CNN actually doubled down and tripled down on this shit. Let's see. What's the statement? It's this clip. Okay, yeah. This is some article from Hot Air. I never heard of this, but it seemed like a... I'm just going based on this thing right here, but let's just read this. Gupta admitted that his network shouldn't have misrepresented Rogan's treatment. The most basic concession an employee of a news organization can make when they're caught having gotten something wrong, when Wimple contacted CNN's PR department for comment, expecting a similar mea culpa, though he got surprised. CNN wasn't as conciliatory as Gupta was. To the contrary. The heart of this debate has been purposely confused and ultimately lost. It's never been about livestock versus human dosage of ivermectin. Well, then why bring up the standards? Whatever. The issue is that a powerful voice in the media, who by example and through his platform sowed doubt in the proven and approved science of vaccines while promoting the use of unproven treatment for COVID-19, a drug developed to ward off parasites in farm animals. See? My God. The only thing CNN did wrong here was bruise the ego of a popular podcaster who pushed dangerous conspiracy theories and risked the lives of millions of people in doing so. Jesus Christ. The heart of the debate is whether exactly. This is a good point. The heart of the debate is whether CNN has an ethical obligation to the truth. Let's go down. Vaccine skeptic. Let's check out this other thing right here. The likely truth. Gupta didn't make an issue of the false report about Rogan inside CNN because he feared that correcting it would be more harmful than good. He's worried that people are taking ivermectin, an unproven treatment, in lieu of getting vaccinated. The reports about horse dewormer make the treatment sound nuttier than it is, steering the public away from it in Gupta's heart of hearts. I bet he thinks CNN's fake news about Rogan was a noble lie. Not unlike Fauci claiming at the start of the pandemic that masking doesn't work because he wanted to preserve the existing supply of masks for medical professions. It's untrue, but it was thought to serve the greater good. Yeah, they're just never going to, like, what do you call it? They're never going to just let up at all. It's really something, man. It's really unfortunate that that's... Like, am I crazy into saying that who here just wants peace and who here just wants a form of dominance? You know what I mean? Like, isn't it kind of obvious? Like, it makes you wonder... It makes you kind of wonder, like, how people approach these things. Like, do people just... I think this is kind of like the overwhelming kind of pattern that most people get, because this stuff is just boring kind of for people. I realize that. So for those people, like, how do you view this sort of a debate? You know, this is a question for, like, those people. The people that just sort of are passerby kind of people. How do you view these things? Like, when you heard Rogan got sick, ivermectin, horse dewormer, did you just take that as, you know, take that in faith and just went by? Or did you kind of go, there's probably more to that. I don't care. Like, I think that's the main thing that a lot of people are curious about nowadays. The people that, like, pay attention more to these things, they're more curious as to, like, the passerby people, like, how much do they take as truth versus opinion and fact. You know what I mean? That's something that, like, I kind of am curious about. But let's check out. Yeah, they're just trying to frame it. And again, like, it was a fine conversation. And Rogan called them out, called CNN out on their obvious lies. And now they're just saying, oh, he's just mad because he's, like, bruised his ego or something. My God, dude. Fuck. Let's check this little part out. Yet CNN statements sound more like the work of an advocacy group than a journalist's outfit. The issue actually begins and ends with the integrity of CNN's content. If we take Rogan's prescription claim at face value, and CNN hasn't challenged it, then the network's coverage was slated in some cases and straight up incorrect in others. If you prescribe the FDA human version of ivermectin, then you're not taking a horse pill. Yeah. Yeah, but again, let's just move on from this because it's just annoying. You know what I mean?